Okay, this review is for Timothy's Painting. My name is Carissa. I live in Beaver County, and I'm just looking to help local business owners. I wanted to show you what your website, some of the reasons that you're not getting more business than you probably would like, and that seemed like a double negative there, but the reason that you're not getting as much business as you could, I'm sorry. So if we take a look here, I noticed that you were in Cranberry. So I put Painters Cranberry, PA, and there is one person that stands out, and that is this fresh coat of Cranberry, PA professional painting. That is not you. Being the owner of Timothy's Painting, I would want my name all over this first page, and it's totally possible. So let me show you something a little bit about Google real quick, and so you can understand how they work, and then you can go and use this information and get your company out there. So Google has ads here and on the sidebar over here. This right here is reserved for maps, and generally whoever you click on for maps is who shows up. If there's only one person on maps, and this is how you know who's on maps, they have this little red icon here, then theirs shows up. So this is free advertising. They don't pay for this at all. Google automatically does this. If you get your name here, you can easily get it there if you have that Cranberry address. You'll show up here too. It'll actually flip back and forth between you and the other person. So that's free advertising, and it's way better. I don't see your ad here, but I did see it underneath commercial painting for Pittsburgh. So we'll go back to that. So if you're doing residential painting or commercial painting, you can get here on this page at the top of this page for Painters in Cranberry, PA. All right. The next thing that Google does is it has these listings here, 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 here. All right. They always have. Sometimes they have them above. It just depends on the day. But you want to be at the top of these listings. This is called the organic listings. And the way that you get to the organic listings is by the way that your web page itself works. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today, to kind of boost yourself up there. But before we do that, let's take a look at commercial painting in Pittsburgh, PA, so you can kind of get a better idea. Here we go. Commercial painters, Pittsburgh, PA is what I put. Alright, so, and as you see here, if you wanted to go after Pittsburgh, you definitely could do it. Because there's only 3 people that are listed underneath Commercial Painters Pittsburgh, PA. So if you want more commercial work, I just gave you an answer to a really open opportunity here. So you know what? And since I saw this is ratings. How do you get ratings? If you get these little stars, the way that you do it is you get a Google Plus page. So all these owners here, they don't have a Google Plus page, and the way that I know that is if I just hover over this here and I look, it says, are you the business owner? And then if they go in there, they can actually fill out all of the information. But this just means that Google has found them in their maps, and they want to be accurate, and they want to help their reader. And there is no pictures or anything. So the nice thing is once you do a Google Plus page, you can put a photo in here, you can write a whole thing, description, write a lot of content about how awesome you are, and that will also help your ranking as well. And the way I found you actually is you were in one of these ads, so I know that you're paying for these AdWords, and to be honest, you don't need to if you follow some of the advice I'm going to give you here. Okay, so let's take a look at your website again. One of the first things that stands out, first of all, is I'm a visual person, I'm an artist. So I absolutely love this. It kind of reminds me, oh, it looks like a beach. Very beachy theme. So I do love the color scheme that you picked. It's very nice. Your phone number placement visually, it's a little confusing for someone that, looks quickly. If I close my eyes and I open my eyes, I'm not seeing this. Okay? I'm actually going to this empty spot here, and I look at this line going in here. What I would recommend is putting your phone number up here real nice and big, right? That's one thing. Another thing is people sometimes are weird. They do not like to call. It's just one of the weird things. So what you can actually do is you can actually take this picture here and you can actually scoot it over just a little bit and put some space here, okay? And put up a contact form. It's better to have the contact form right about here when the page is up so that they see it right away and they go, oh, okay, I can just put in my information. And on the contact form, you can have little buttons like kitchen, how many rooms. I wouldn't do square footage because people, unfortunately, don't know how to do math. I would do, specialty paint, our special instructions, stuff like that. So when you call them, you already have an idea of what the job is going to look like. You just have to give a couple more specifics, and it overall gives you a more professional feel. And last but not least, the one thing that I would recommend for your website, most definitely to get you ranking, even in Cranberry, okay? Oh, I see that it says you're in Mars. I saw this here. So let's go see what it says for Mars painters here in a second. Is underneath each of these, okay, you're asking people to click, alright? Well, one thing is I have to click on this tiny little word. You can actually make this photo a hyperlink. So I would recommend making these so that you can click on these. And the other thing I would do is I would actually elaborate below these pictures. It's not going to hurt anything because people generally look at this part right here and they do what they're going to do. They're going to click at the top, make their decisions. If you have a contact form, they might just put it in real quick and then move on to the next thing. It's a fast-paced world. People don't like to talk on phones. You know, it just really depends on who's looking at it. But if you have these things, you're opening yourself up to more opportunities and more customers. So putting content below each of these, or just content, just fill this whole thing out with content below. Talk about how awesome you are. Mention some of the services. You don't have to go into detail, but you do want to mention them. And use keywords like Pittsburgh, PA painting, residential painter in Pittsburgh, PA, the best painter in Cranberry. You know, things like that you want to put in this content, and Google will look at it and go, huh, alright, these guys are legit. They like their business. They're talking about the business. So you know what? We want to help their business. And I'm not just, you know, blowing smoke up anything here. I actually have a partner who was friends with a person who worked with Google and understands their algorithms. So I'm very successful at doing this. I just want to help some local people out here. You can take this information, use it, and get yourself placed on Google all by yourself, no problem. Or you can always give me a ring. You can call me at 724-650-3114, or you're welcome to fill out the contact form on the left. I practice what I preach, and we can talk about your website a little further. So what I wanted to do was go in here, like I said, and put Painters Mars, PA, because that's where you're from, and let's make sure you're at least there, because that would be a good thing, right? It would also be a good thing if my computer would say, hey, work. Here you go. Come on, little guy. Okay, while that's happening, I'm going to show you one more thing while I'm waiting for that. I think Internet Explorer, lovely. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here you are. Oh, awesome. Okay, this is perfect. So here we are. You've got some competition here. There's a guy. Okay, so somebody in Gibsonia, which is not Mars, PA, is beating you. You can beat him easy. You can get to the top, and you can have these beautiful little stars. All he did was have 7 people give him reviews. Okay? And now he's at the top. Now, whether or not they're real reviews, I don't know. I have a group of people that can give reviews, you know, and stuff like that. Or we can call your former customers and just offer them reviews. You can even offer your own customers, you know, give them a 10% discount to put in a review or something like that. And you'll be amazed at how many reviews you get. You'll get stars. You'll get pushed to the top. It'll be awesome. There's one ad on this page. So whoever these guys are, they want to try to get some business where you're at. And you are at the top for Mars painting, so that's good. That means you have more content than this guy. Either that or this guy is really big and Google recognizes that they don't belong in this area. So that is what Google is starting to do, is looking at local businesses and pushing them to the top if they do the extra work on the back end. Okay, so I'll show you this one last thing. This is called Majestic SEO. You are welcome to purchase it yourself and do all this. It's not a big deal. But a lot of people get overwhelmed looking at this, but I'm going to explain it to you real quick. Right? Wow, this is very long. Huh. That's an extremely long web page. Alright, so I'm just going to type it in. It's really odd. I wonder why that's like that. Come on. Alright, so this is one other thing we can look at. Here's another reason your page is not doing well. Google and search engines, Yahoo, Bing, they look at how many people, how many times your name is out there, name, address, phone number. So if you ever see NAP, it means name, address, phone number. People used to pay for like phone book and stuff like that. In today's world, it's a little different. You want to make sure your name's out, but you got to find all these online listings. There's something called whitespark.ca, and you can actually go on there and find out exactly what your local listings are. And I'll show you in a second where some of your citations are coming from. To have a score of 4 is very, very low. Most people aim for 10 or above. Same with TrustFlow. You want 10 or more. And TrustFlow means how much Google trusts you. You throw in some content on that page, they're going to trust you a little bit more. You're not just a one-page show up that just trying to sell some painting. You're an actual legit business. 34 backlinks, that means there's 34 people pointing to your site. And if we take a look here, what your anchor text is, these are things like what people click on other pages to get to you. So it would make sense to see timothyspainting.com and it's a hyperlink, someone clicks on it and they go to it. This actually tells us where those hyperlinks are. So here's your list on JWhiz, and it's under timothyspainting.com. You're in something called redbeacon.com, and it's listed under there, and it looks like you just recently did some of these things. So I would recommend getting more of these backlinks, and you can get them through these citations, name, address, phone number, and whatnot. You could pay someone to do citations. I do citations. You know, it just really depends on how badly you want to be that top professional. And then you want this to be multicolored. You want to have multiple anchor text. So instead of just saying your website name, you actually want to have things like Pittsburgh Painter. And that's what people click on. And they recognize your name as being synonymous with Pittsburgh Painter. Mars Painter, Cranberry, PA Painter, Residential Painter, Commercial Painter. Those are some things that you want to add to your website on that front page that give you value, give you content, and ultimately give you more business. So if you have any questions, give me a call, 724-650-3114. I'd love to help you basically dominate and outtake your competition in multiple areas with multiple keywords. And you can also fill out the contact page on the left. All right, I look forward to speaking with you. Bye.